Man threw the son of the richest person into a garbage truck. Then he sent his own son back to the rich man's house, hoping to inherit the $100 billion fortune in the future. However, the woman recognized that the boy was not their son, because their son had a birthmark on his neck and a mole on his hand. The boy, remembering his father's instructions, lied that he was an orphan, begging the wealthy couple to take him in, promising that he would repay their kindness in the future. Seeing the boy kneeling and bowing his head, the woman eventually softened and kept him. Little did they know, in the near future, they would deeply regret today's decision. 20 years later, the boy was spoiled by the rich family as he wished. To provide a good life for his biological parents, he secretly used the family's power, making his father a billionaire. But the wealthy couple never imagined that their biological son was not dead at all. Instead, he was adopted and raised by the master of the Qingyun sect. Due to a serious head injury back then, his intelligence had remained at the level of a 5-year-old, making him a fool. Until one day, his adoptive father told the young man that they had seen his biological parents online, and asked if he wanted to go back and reunite with them. Hearing this, he nodded. Though his adoptive parents were reluctant, they had no choice but to hold a meeting, ordering the heads of various countries to ensure the young man returned home safely. When the young man returned home, the wealthy couple saw he was a fool and looked at him with disdain. His sister even ordered the butler to keep him out of the house, throwing the flowers he was holding to the ground in disgust. The mother still had some doubts, but when she saw the mole on the young man's hand, she was convinced that this was her son. The foster son, realizing his position was threatened, tricked the young man into waiting outside the bathroom with his sister's clothes. Seeing this, the sister mistakenly thought the young man was peeking at her while bathing, locking him in the storage room for a proper reflection. Even during meals, the family sat at the table laughing, while the young man squatted on the ground eating with the dog. Meanwhile, the adoptive father, worried about the young man's mistreatment, sent an assistant to the wealthy man's house under the guise of collaboration, with a hidden camera streaming the whole process. Soon, the assistant arrived at the rich family's home, wanting to see how the young man was doing. The wealthy family welcomed and entertained the assistant warmly. The assistant intentionally asked who the young man sitting next to them was. The woman said the young man was their biological son they had just brought home. Then the assistant asked the young man if he was happy since returning home. He lowered his head and didn't answer. The sister immediately stepped on his foot, forcing him to lie, so he had to smile and say his parents treated him well, and his siblings were also good to him. The adoptive parents noticed the young man's unnatural expression, and asked the assistant to check what was under the table. The assistant purposely dropped his chopsticks, and, while bending down to pick them up, discovered that under the bracelet there was only a dog. This scene successfully deceived the young man's adoptive parents. The adoptive parents decided to give the rich man's company a $100 billion contract. The assistant also told the wealthy couple that to celebrate finding their biological son, there would be a grand banquet at a 7-star hotel tomorrow, where the boss would meet them for a collaboration ceremony. As soon as the assistant left, the young man happily said he would be able to eat delicious food again tomorrow. The rich man instantly became furious, scolding him for only thinking about food, accusing him of making a mistake by not answering the assistant's question promptly. The young man didn't understand what he had done wrong. The wealthy man accused him of being shameless, not only for peeking at his sister while she bathed but also for taking her underwear.